welcome everybody to a brand new episode of the Triple Overtime Podcast. My name is Angel.
I'm Nicholas.
I am Matt.
And before we get started here, get started, what the hell?
Before we begin the starting.
Before
Begin starting.
we begin, I want to go ahead and thank all of you military and first responders out there. Thank you for everything that you do for this country and your communities. Greatly appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, man. It really helps us out a lot. It just pushes it out to more people and just helps us all kind of grow together. So, yeah, make sure you do that. And, yeah, man, let's talk about some video games.
Let's dive into it.
Dive deep.
Yeah.
Dive in.
So for Christmas this year, right? I got we have a Switch. That's all we have. Okay. I would love to have an Xbox or PlayStation, but there's two things holding me back from that. Okay. Number one, financially, my wife says it's not a good, investment. So, we have other things to put our money towards since we have two children, one on the way, right? But also, I just don't have like time to invest for that much money. So
Right.
I have a Switch, which I love because, I can just,
That's on the go, dude.
I can just pop it off. I can play on the couch and for like 10 minutes and set it back and it's just chilling until I'm ready to pick it up
Yeah.
again. I love it.
How are the graphics on that thing, though?
It's actually surprisingly pretty good.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're not the 4K, 5K you're gonna get.
Okay.
On, the Xbox One or whatever.
True.
But the graphics for a handheld device, they're pretty dang good.
Damn.
So, but before I had most of the regular games like Mario Kart, and Super Smash Bros. I had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for it, which was like nostalgic to play.
That'd be fun.
It is. But I for Christmas I actually got Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
Not 2, the first one, because they didn't have it for the Switch yet, and so they like just came out with it for the Switch like last year sometime.
Yo, John
And
Marston.
so, yeah, dude, hell yeah, brother. So I remember like when it first came out, whatever it was, late 2000s, 2009, 10, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I played it for the first time and played it all the way through. Like, that storyline was so amazing.
Damn.
It's like probably my favorite game of all time, right?
Okay.
That I played like storyline wise, and that's such like an open world, and you had the main storyline, then you have all these like side quests and things you can do, getting
Shit.
the wanted posters and having to go out and get the bandits,
Mm-hmm.
bring them back, But man, I just finished it,
Yeah.
and the main reason I wanted to finish it was because I have, for my birthday, I got Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Because it finally, after like fucking 2 years of waiting, it finally came out on the Switch. Because they had to like do so much compressing and adjustments for it to be on the Switch system.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure it was like perfect and ready to go and didn't have a bunch of glitches and shit.
Okay.
And so it finally came out in like November. And so I got it for my birthday. I just started that one. So I know next to nothing about everything it entails.
Yeah.
I stay off all the chats where people spoil things because I want to experience it. But like playing through Red Dead Redemption again,
It's
it
fucking
was
wild.
just
I
so
bet.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you kind of like start remembering things as you go. You're like, oh yeah, dude, fucking Luisa. When I had to go down to Mexico, I was like, how do I get down to Mexico? You
Yeah.
finally get down to Mexico, and you're like, oh hell yeah,
Just ride your fucking donkey.
yeah, dude. You have to help Luisa and Reyes, and then you get fucking forgot the dude's name.
Jesus?
Santa. It's not Santa Ana.
San Antonio?
I think it's De Santa.
DeSantis?
Yeah, something like that. Dude, Ron DeSantis. And you get like betrayed by him and stuff, and then you have to like deal with that. And it's all about getting your family back, and then finally that moment of meeting your family again as John Marston. You got to like legit sad music playing in the background, like you're like meeting my family. And then he's got his son that he hasn't seen in like years, and now he's taking him out hunting. And you're like,
Damn.
Hell yeah! And then the end. Have you played it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna spoil it for you. So, spoiler
Do
alert.
it.
The game came out in like 2010.
Yeah, I
Figure
mean,
it out.
if you have not played it, like, don't get mad at me if I ruin the story for you because you should have already played it. But at the end, right? Because the whole thing is like, what is it, like 55 missions that you have to go through before you finally get your wife and son
shit.
back, right? And then, yeah,
played it?
Then you finally get your wife and son back, right? And you're going hunting. You're helping your wife with the farm chores and everything, the ranch, and
You're like finally done
Yeah.
being a gunslinger,
yeah,
and you're like,
and the whole
back
thing
to
was
being
like
you're just doing like
normal
normal
dude.
mundane tasks.
yeah.
Huh.
And like the whole thing was the reason you had to get him back was because you used to run with the gang. And the government, like, you got basically like turned in or something happened like way back before the game even begins. And now the US government, like the feds, are holding your family kind of hostage and not letting you see them again until you do their dirty work and taking down your old gang. Right, so you have to help them take down the old gang you used to run with, and then you get to finally get your wife and kid back, right? And so you do all this work for the government, for the feds, and then you finally get your wife and kid back. Well, then like five little missions later, right after you get your wife and kid back, and you're just doing the things with your family, being a family man, trying to be a father now, right? Because you leave the old life behind. Then all of a sudden, what do you see coming up through the hills, dude? The feds are coming for you.
No.
Because you know too much.
Fuck.
And so they're coming to take you down. And so you fight them off just enough time to give your wife and son, like time to leave. John Marston kisses his wife goodbye. Abigail says, to his son, Jack, you take care of mom, boy. Now you guys go on and get. And they go up the hill, and then you just are in the barn, and you're looking out the barn window, and you just see like 20, 30 federal lawmen just lined up with their rifles pointed at the door, and you just know. You just see John Marston. He just takes a deep breath because he just knows this is it. This is the end. And then you go out and try to use the dead eye, and like it's like slow mo.
Yeah.
And it like gives you,
Yeah.
it gives you however many shots you have.
Yeah.
So it's like you could take some of them out.
Yeah,
Holy
you're,
shit.
You're trying, and I remember the first time I played it. You try and then
thought you
they
fucked up and you gotta-
open it, and you're just like, shit, did I just lose the game? Or
What do
something?
you do? Like,
But what happens is after that, you just die. Dude.
Fucking dead so, dude. John
Yeah.
Marston's done.
And
what
you're
if you
just-
don't shoot at them?
Dude, it's-
then
it's
will
still
they?
fucking die. Then you
It's
just
the
don't take
first
anybody
time.
with you.
It was the
And-
first time I
okay.
ever like cried at a game because I was
Yeah.
because you grew to love John Marston,
Yeah.
and the whole like storyline. I'm just like, fuck, that's it. Like John's dead. I spent the whole game with this guy, dude.
And it was like when I first did that scene, it was like
Yeah.
you're like doom, and then you
Yeah.
just get lit up.
Yeah.
And then it kind of does like a little scene of your dude like all fucked up, and I was like, oh man, I must not have like hit a fucking barrel or like
A
there must be
TNT.
a different way to like
Yeah.
take these people out. But then
Yeah.
the scene just keeps playing, and then
Yeah.
you're dead as shit.
And that's
Yeah.
how it ends? Like, that's it? Oh, okay.
No.
okay.
So then after that, you're already traumatized. Like I'm I'm like, I can't be John Marston. Like, he's dead. What the fuck? So then what happens is then you play the end. There's only one more mission left. You play the end as his son Jack. It like
Oh.
so
So
what
that's like a
happens
big
is-
time jump.
Yeah, so you see like the first scene after that, you see your tombstone, right? Like you're buried up on the hill outside the ranch underneath the tree.
Okay.
And you see your tombstone, and it's like sunny outside. And then it gets a little dark and gloomy, it's raining, and then the camera starts panning back, and it's like a big time jump, and then you see Abigail, your wife,
Oh.
tombstone. And then it pans back further, and there's Jack. He's a grown man now.
Yeah.
The son. And he's standing over the grave. And the last mission you play is you go to the the head lawman who betrayed your dad,
Yeah.
who betrayed John Marston. You go find him on the bank of a river, and you challenge him to a duel. And you just fucking light him up. And then as you light him up, kill him, his body's just dangling down the river.
pretty
And
badass.
Jack just goes down the river, stands over the body, and then just turns around, and as he's walking, it freezes, and it's like, boom, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh.
Frozen down, and the credits start rolling. You're
Damn. Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, take that, bitch, take that, bitch. Ain't no fuck the feds, That's pretty much what it makes you feel like after. Dude.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can still play like the rest of the open world and do all the little side quests and stuff as Jack.
Dude, that's fucking
So, dude,
awesome.
it's
I miss
legit good.
playing. I haven't played video games in a while. Unfortunately. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I want to get one. I want to get one of those Switches.
Dude, get a Switch, dude. It's cool.
I know.
What's a game that you remember just like?
Fuck, dude. Well, I had a Pokemon.
Hell yeah,
Pokemon
bro.
was a fucking good one.
Like the OG Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Yeah, the
Pokemon,
OG.
like
Like
red
Game-
and blue
like Game
version?
Boy
I
Color,
think
dude.
I think I had gold.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think I had the
and
gold.
silver?
Yeah,
Dude, Pokemon
that was
Snap?
pretty good. But that was on the Game Boy.
Yeah. I know
Nothing.
it's like one thing about the Switch that I love is it's got Mario Party.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Mario Party is.
And
You want to kill some time and have fun? Like
yeah.
that's the game.
Well, I just remember when we were deployed, we had a Nintendo 64 emulator on somebody's computer, and then we tactically acquired a projector, and then we put two wall lockers together and put a sheet over it. So at night we would just project
Oh my
the
god.
Mario Party, and all of us would, we ordered controllers that could hook to a computer.
Okay.
So just go into the USB, and you would just
You mean controllers used to have cords attached to them?
fuck yeah, dude.
Kids.
It's the good old days, dude.
Kids don't know.
Damn.
These kids are like, what the fuck is on the back of this controller?
Yeah. What's a
What
cassette?
the fuck is the rest of this?
Yeah, those
Damn.
good old days when you'd be like huddled around the TV playing with your PlayStation 1. You had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's just you and your other friend because there's only 2 plugs in for the controllers on there. You just-
Yeah.
Dude,
But you have to stay only like 5 feet away, so you're just.
dude, speaking of the two controller ports, there was one game that my brother got me big into was the Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh.
Those were for PlayStation directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I remember one time when he was done with his first PlayStation, I got to play it, and I played one of them, and you get to this boss battle, and everything you do, the fucking enemy is just like countering it,
Oh.
and then it's like you get like a little hint, and it's like plug your controller into the second controller port.
What the
So you're like, okay, so you take it from one, put it in the other, and then it's like, now I can't read your mind, and then like you can actually like fight them. I was like, what the fuck?
That is weird.
Like, it's just a funny thing for them to like include.
That's so
You
weird.
know, they actually just came out with the Metal Gear Solid remastered for the Switch.
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Snake Eater was my favorite.
You might have to
thing.
go get it, dude.
Dude, I might, but I just freaking dropped freaking buku dollars on a Xbox Series X.
Shit.
So I have an obligation.
And you love it, right?
Dude, it's great. It is
better than the-
dude, it's absolutely amazing. The graphics on it are bonkers.
Shit.
I really haven't got too deep into it. I think the next game I'm looking at maybe trying to get, because I have the Game Pass.
Yeah.
I pay for the Game Pass, so it's like there's a ton of games that you can just download. if
Okay.
you have it. So you pay, it's like, fuck, I think it's like $7 a month or something. It's not very expensive, but
Yeah.
it allows you access to a ton of games. So you don't
Okay.
need to own them all. But if they're
Interesting.
on the Game Pass, you can download them and play them.
Okay.
So one of the ones that's on there is one of the new Tom Clancy Ghost Recon ones.
Oh.
And I love the Ghost
Yeah.
Recon games. I put in probably an ungodly amount of time in Wildlands with freaking Davis and Oka and all them.
Put in your hours.
Did you guys ever play SOCOM?
Yeah.
Navy SEALs, dude?
SOCOM?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I don't think
SOCOM,
so.
dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fun.
Those were a good time. I know my big one was, dude, I was a Halo fanatic, dude. It was. I think that they got everything perfect when they made Halo 3. I think it was perfect. Everything was great.
I got into it a little bit, but not too much. Nothing crazy. I think I only played for 2 weeks and then I was done. But I know
And you're not a true believer.
I'm not.
But I just remember it was like when Halo 3 first came out, it was like, one, it was fucking amazing. I also loved all the stories. I replayed the campaigns all the way through and probably fucking 5 times. But when the third one came out, it was like it gave you the ability to forge, which was you could build maps.
When did the third one come out?
Man, that's probably in 2000, probably 2008, 2009,
Okay.
I think.
Then that's probably the game that I played.
So, and that one was
probably
cool, and it was like there was just a lot you could do, and it made it to where if you didn't want to just go and get fucking teabagged all day,
Yeah.
you could be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go build a fucking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 9 hours building the most intricate map that nobody will ever fucking play, but you still did it.
I just remember I didn't have an Xbox, so I couldn't play it. So I could only play it when I went over to a friend's or my cousin's house. And I don't remember, the weaponry or what anything is called. There's only one thing. One thing I remember is the little sword thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. I don't know if that was pretty cool.
Okay.
But I just remember whenever I was on there, I always wanted to just drive a Banshee.
Ooh.
I thought that shit was cool.
Dude, I remember, yeah, I played Halo 2 one time, and I found out that there was like a fucking secret little glitch kind of thing you could do on one of the maps. And it was, you had to shoot the wings off of a Banshee, right?
Okay.
It was, I forget which map it was, but it was on Halo 2, and you had to cross this big bridge, and then there were a bunch of Banshees that would fly in the air. You had to essentially kill all your teammates, like all the little AI Marines,
Okay.
because they would shoot at the Banshee. Then you have to kill all the people in the tunnel while periodically leading the Banshee in. So you have to shoot the wings off, stay close enough to it where it'll keep turning to shoot you, and then you back up, and it works its way all the way through the tunnel.
Okay.
Because if you try to hijack it in the tunnel, it'll automatically shoot you all the way out. But what you can do is if you fucking get this thing to follow you all the way through the fucking tunnel, you get to the end where there's like a little side tunnel you get through, and then that opens up into a different area of the map.
Okay.
If you kill all the enemies and keep this thing going and get it to follow you, and I mean, again, you're in these big areas in the tunnel, so it's just like actively, going back and forth shooting
Yeah.
at you, and you have to keep it interested enough.
Yeah.
Shit.
Da-da-da, and then it'll come at you. But anyways, and you lure it into this tiny little tunnel, and if you hijack it as you are saving, it won't kick you out, and then you'll be able to use the Banshee in the next area, and then if you'll get to fly through the rest of the tunnel, and then you'll go way, 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 way up, and then there's a building, like fucking way up top, and they put a Scarab gun, and it was like a plasma pistol,
Yeah.
but you would shoot it, and it would be like a Scarab beam, and it was just like
Holy
just
shit.
completely annihilate
Oh my
everything,
God.
dude. It took me forever.
How'd you find that out? You just
Fucking YouTube at some point, I think.
Yeah.
some freaking cheat code. Freaking
No,
bug.
again, it's not a cheat code. It fucking takes
Remember when you used to have your little like cheat sheet of cheat codes? You
Yeah.
have to like write, okay,
Dude.
if you want unlimited lives, did you have to do fucking up down R1, R1 triangle, R2 circle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before.
Like playing like GTA, you
Be-
just be like,
Yeah.
I got all the unlimited ammo. Fuck yeah. Or like you just like could never get any what are they like wanted stars or whatever. And
I just remember.
I don't remember that
I just
one.
remembered.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I just remembered all the weapon ones because it was it'd be like right trigger black, left trigger black, left down right up down right up, and that was some of them, or it'd be the same thing, but it'd be left down right up, left down down left,
Yeah.
or left down down down, and those would give you like the different variations of weapons in San Andreas.
I used to bring my little notepad to Walmart and then open up the book and then just write down in my notepad.
On the demos.
Yeah, and the little
Oh,
demos.
how cool was, dude? That was like the golden age of Walmart.
It was.
Dude, and like I remember one of the best cheat codes too is the one from the OG Pokemon games, where you go meet the little fisherman right outside of what is it, Cerulean City or whatever, or Ash Ketchum's from Pallet Town, and so he's like right outside of Pallet Town, right? And there's a little fisherman, and he's just like got his little pole in there, and you have to go talk to him, and you have to like pretty much get through most of the game, and you go talk to him, and then you got to like teleport to a specific area, and then you got like unlimited free what are they called,
the free candies or whatever.
the rare candies.
Yeah.
And then you just like would just fucking just level up all your Pokemon
Yeah.
to like level 99 max evolution.
Fuck, dude.
And then you just fucking cheat your way through all the
and then you just go
duels, dude.
get in
just-
front of the Final Four and just fucking
Yeah,
drop your
dude.
nuts on them.
Or just go up to your friends at school and just be like, I challenge you, and then you gotta link up, dude.
Get your connector.
Oh,
get
yeah,
your
you
connector
used to.
right.
I got a level 99 Articuno and Zapdos
Dude, I tried so hard to catch Mewtwo and I
and
fucking couldn't do it.
Moltres.
I faced him several times and I couldn't fucking catch him. That asshole.
Dude, sometimes you're just fucking born to lose, dude.
Yeah. I wasn't that good at that game, but
I wasn't that.
I enjoyed it.
I wasn't that good at that one either. It was having those big open world games was fun. I remember like people lost their minds for like Kingdom Hearts because it was like big open world. You had a lot to do and it like involved all the Disney characters.
Yeah.
So people were like, I gotta fight Doofy, dude. What the fuck?
You have Mickey Mouse on there. Just
Oh, time to fucking split heads.
Oh no, Pluto looks like we're in trouble. Fuck! Shit!
Yeah, I don't
We've
think
got
there's
a
any.
problem here.
I don't think there are any games right now that I'm interested in playing. I really like that the VR thing that you have.
Oh yeah, my Oculus.
Yeah,
That's cool,
You have
man.
one of those too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the NFL. I like the golf. Golf one's fun. I do sweat a lot with that one.
Oh yeah.
And then the NFL one's pretty cool where you're like a quarterback. But
Mm-hmm.
I found this new one. And I played it like a couple times. And it's just like a demo right now, like a beta thing. But it's like it's called like Maestro something, and you're a conductor. You're a fucking conductor, and it teaches you all the hand motions. Like you have only one hand, or it's all freehand. You don't have the controllers, and so like it tells you like you have to do pinches or like to raise the level, and then you got these things that tell you what your hands have to do, and it's on both sides, and so it gets fucking just complicated. You're just like telling the brass section do this and this section.
Oh damn.
You're just, but like you get into it. Like at first I'm like shit. Like what do I do? But like once you get a handle of it, you're just like. You just feel like fucking I'm doing the whole orchestra, dude. It's awesome.
I want to see a video of you doing that.
Dude, I think Brittany has one. You might have to text her. I think she has a video.
That'd be funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. I was dicking around on my Oculus, and I think they had a Rainbow Six kind of game.
Yeah.
And I was like fucking on the ground trying to get shot, fucking
Yeah.
trying to get a good angle. And it's like I died. I'm like shit, and I like took my shit off, and like Rachel's just staring at me because I'm like actively laying on the ground. And she was like,
Is that
"What's up?"
is that the name of that game? The shooter one?
No, that's the one I'm talking about is called Breachers.
Oh,
The one
okay.
that you've played was called Onward.
Oh, Onward.
That was
Okay.
the one that was like
Dude.
extremely realistic. As
Yeah.
far as, like you got to grab magazines from your chest, put them in. You got to rack it.
Yeah, if you got grenades, you got to pull the fucking pin and throw it. And like while you're going through these towns, you're freaking shooting motherfuckers, and like your heart's just racing, and all of a sudden it's quiet, and you just like come up to a corner, and you're just like peek over, and there's a fucking dude there, and you're like, you take the freaking thing off, and you're just sweating, drenched in sweat. You're like,
Like, are you okay, honey?
feeling like a hero.
Yeah, I'm out there trying to rack up the medals, baby.
Some crazy shit that's going on though is this whole border shit.
Yeah.
This big fucking mess that's going on the southern border here, especially in Texas.
Yeah,
We're kind of
It's-
the
especially in San Antonio because
Yeah,
we're not right there as a border town, but we're pretty.
we're the
We feel-
first big fucking city.
we feel the effects.
Yeah,
Yeah. We I can tell you, it's like we'll do lots of test drives for our work, and one of the areas is we'll test drive down San Pedro, and shit, dude, there was one of the buildings there got outfitted and turned into like the migrant area,
oh
and it's like, fucking gotta be careful, dude. Some of those motherfuckers have like been like stepping out in the street trying to get hit and shit,
yeah.
and it's nuts, man. It's crazy.
I just can't believe, because I mean this has been a problem for a while, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like why has it taken this long for people to fucking do something about it? I don't know. Maybe it's because there's been a little bit more exposure to it, as far as maybe not necessarily the Mexican people coming up, but other people from around the world. Maybe that's what's kind of sparking the interest. It's like, why is there, military aged men from, I don't know, other parts of the world at the border, and why is it just fucking men? Like, it's not just families. I mean, you look at some of these videos and it's nothing but males, military aged males, and it's hundreds of them.
And it's crazy because it's not, I think before it was, you would have lots of families and you would, see these groups of families that, again, they're coming from not good situations and trying to better themselves. And I understand, I get, you want to do it, should do it the right way, but I understand kind of why they're trying to do it. But then it's all of a sudden, it's like, why do you have people from, like the Czech Republic? Why do you
Yeah.
got people from, Honduras? Why do you have like some of these people from even
China.
Like the
yeah.
Sudan.
Where it's like people who it's like,
Middle East
why are
coming
y'all
in.
even coming through Mexico? It's like your country of origin, if that's where you're migrating from,
Right.
there's no way you would come through there unless you fucking went out of your way. So it becomes, I think, just a little bit more like, Okay, what are we?
Yeah. Well, something interesting that I heard that I'd never really thought of this before, but like, you know how we'll have those like mass caravans, right? Of just like thousands, tens of thousands of people, just all at once. This huge caravan coming up, and they all go to one area, right? Like one place. And recently sometimes it's a port of entry, sometimes it's not a port of entry, but they're all in one mass group of thousands and thousands of people head to one location. Well, this is what they said. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Ben Shapiro. I can't remember, but they said basically like what they're doing is you think about when you have that many people go to a single location on the border. What does that mean in terms of the U.S. response? Well, that means we have to send, additional resources and pull personnel and resources from other areas to help address this mass influx of, migrants trying to come through in this area. So you have to pull agents and other resources from all over the border.
Yep.
So it weakens the other area. Well, what they're finding in some of these instances is that the cartels are directing these mass caravans to areas to open up other areas where they're
the trucks
doing
rolling
their
through
shit.
stuff.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
So you pull agents and other personnel from these, other locations. Well, now that leaves that location susceptible to cartel activity to to do their shit. And so I was like, I never really thought about that, like using these migrants as a distraction.
Just as a decoy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
I remember I used to took law enforcement class in high school, and one of the things that they used to tell us is, these. Sorry, I just fucking can't get comfortable. These freaking cartels, they're not dumb.
Hell no.
They have been able to amass their amount of money and resources, not because they're idiots. So sometimes what he was saying, this is back in the day when there was not as much traffic going through there, but it was like, they would send these trucks, which they would call them like suicide loads. So just trucks go through with fucking weed, coke, whatever it is, just piled up on the seats, or in a spot that is relatively easy to find.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh shit, hey, boop, 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 boop. Here comes the dogs, here comes everything else, converge on this car. This guy, dude, he's going to jail. We got your ass. We fucking did it, boys.
Yeah.
And then here comes 6 trucks.
Here comes a
Hey, we got this guy right here. Hey, let's keep the traffic moving. And here comes the trucks behind him that are loaded.
Yeah.
18 wheelers where it's like, oh man, we caught the SUV, and this guy's going to go to prison for, I don't know, like 10 years or whatever. Which they may have the resources to help get him out early. And then here comes fucking 18 wheelers behind him loaded.
And that shit happens
Yeah,
every day.
Oh, yeah.
Every single fucking day. And it doesn't help, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking help that our government right now is telling these migrants that, hey, come on through, man. We'll get you processed. You can say in the U.S. your appointment to even see somebody about getting a visa or anything is not for another year, 2 years down the road. You're fine, dude. It's like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I just think this whole situation with what we have now, not just the issue of the mass influx of migration and like the cartel activity and stuff like that, but also the drama between the state and the federal government.
Yes.
And it's like, I just think it's so funny that, the federal government now, politically, I lean one way, but I wouldn't say I'm like hardcore one way. That's for y'all to, kind of infer what way I lean. But it's like, I just think it's so funny that literally in the last 4 years, we're in an election year. Shit has not been done. Like nothing has been done differently. Like in a big enough way to make an actual impact, right?
Right.
Nothing's been done. And now all of a sudden we want to come down and fucking take charge,
Exactly.
Like Texas, I've only been here since 21, but we all know you hear it, and then you're here, and it's
Yeah.
like you're more immersed in it. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they have to like take control because we see this shit coming through daily.
Yeah.
like we see the impact. Like we live the impact. And so Texas has to go to some measures, and whether you think that their measures are appropriate or not, that's for your opinion. But Texas has to do what they have to do.
Yeah.
Right. And so razor wire, I don't got a problem with razor wire.
Yeah, me either.
Listen, I mean, are there some tragic incidents that have happened? Yeah, but that's also up for investigation, and like there's conflicting reports on things, right? When it comes to razor wire, well, you got to keep people out somehow, okay?
Right.
And you got to do what you got to do to create some sort of barrier. And so for the fact that the federal government with the Border Patrol, which look, nothing against the Border Patrol,
No.
they're just doing what their duty is, like,
Right.
They have to do
Doing what they're told.
They have to follow orders, right? Basically, same with the Texas Guard, right? Like they have to follow orders too. So
Yep.
I'm sure it's putting them in an awkward spot, right? But I just think it's so funny. Like we're in an election year,
Yeah.
and now we want to go
And
in and like
now-
take control and do something. It's like
Because we've been seeing this. Yeah, exactly. Like we've been seeing this. I mean, you've been seeing this probably your whole freaking life,
Yeah.
right?
I
But-
mean, and then like being in San Diego,
And then San Diego, you see it too. But like, I mean, in the short 2 years that I've been here, I've seen how many fucking
you guys are gonna have a
reports.
mass influx of like Canadians coming from the
Fuck
north.
no, we don't. Actually, you know what? We have a lot of migrants that make it all the way up there because there's first of all there's a lot of jobs out there for whether it's packaging, cheese factories, fucking paper mills,
A lot of industrial.
a lot of industrial, so they head up there. So when they're down here, they don't really run the risk of running into Border Patrol. So what Border Patrol's been doing is they have obviously a division up there, a field division, which show up to these mills and these factories every once in a fucking blue moon, and they'll fucking arrest people. But the word gets out on the fucking street. Somebody leaks it that, hey, Border Patrol's coming here on Tuesday.
Hey, yeah, you're sick, brother.
You're sick. Call in. and that's how it works, man. But the whole fucking town, the whole Hispanic community knows, hey, they pass the fucking word, man. They pass it. But what was I saying?
Here.
Yeah. But here, well, I mean, we've seen situations where San Antonio PD or Bexar County sheriffs fucking pull over semi truck and there's fucking bodies in the back,
Yeah.
and it's like 110 degrees out.
Yeah, they. It wasn't even that long ago that they found that 18-wheeler in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot
whoever-
of like not just like that kind of human trafficking, but also like like human sex trafficking.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I don't remember.
Kidnappings.
Yeah, I don't remember the percentage, but it's a pretty high percentage of people that come through the border illegally are sexual assault victims.
Yeah.
And it's like there are some companies that our company works with who, they've got big work trucks, and it's like some of these guys are, hey, man, I gotta go do some work down in Laredo, man. I gotta go down there to the valley, and it's like they're, some of their bosses are telling them, please keep a firearm on you,
Yeah.
because some people are coming over here to try to better their life, and some people
Yeah.
are trying to look
Absolutely.
for better opportunity. But there's a lot of them that are not.
Right.
There's a lot of people that are coming over here to fucking sell
Oh, yeah.
drugs,
Yeah.
fucking do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's just different, And it's like people try to act like man, well, this has always been going on, we just need to let them in. But it's like, man, things have changed.
Yeah.
Like with the shit with like fentanyl, it wasn't a thing before.
Right.
People had
Yeah.
fucking coke, people
It's-
had whatever. And
It's
it
a
was
way
like,
different fucking
Well,
world.
and that's why they're saying like every state is a border state.
Yeah.
Because like the fentanyl that's making it up to Oklahoma, Dakotas, New York, like that's coming from the southern border, and it's making its way. It's having an impact all the way in those areas, which is why like when Texas was like, we're not taking down the razor wire.
Yeah.
We're standing our ground. Then the
And
25 other
they
governors
played a bunch of
were
Cody
like,
Johnson in the background.
Yeah. That's Texas.
Texas, baby, yeah. Because, like you said, like I said on the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, there's 50 states but at the end of the day, there's one you don't mess with. And that's Texas.
Yeah, and I feel like
And-
we've proven it so far. So
I mean, and that's why, I just think it's ridiculous that they want to, there's so many calls to like for the president to federalize the troops. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, right now we have our Texas National Guard, which can be federalized, right?
Yeah.
But typically that's done for in like extreme circumstances. Like
Yeah.
you're going to war.
Not just
like,
because
hey,
you
we're
fucking want
federalizing
to.
you because we're shipping you off to the Middle East.
Yeah.
To go fight in a war, not just because we want to
political
control,
fucking agenda.
Yeah, we want to control you so you don't do what the governor's asking you to do, who
Yeah.
has the authority right now.
Yeah,
And then, but the thing is, like some states, have a state guard. So right now it's not the state guard down there because the state guard cannot be federalized. That's why Florida is sending their state guard to help because the state guard cannot be federalized by the federal government.
Yeah.
So that's all Texas has to do is just also, fire up the state guard and fucking go down there but it's just crazy how there's like all these states that are like, we'll send you our troops if you need them.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
Fuck
there's
yeah.
and there's big supply convoys
Yeah.
that are on their way down there
yeah.
to try and help. And
Yeah.
it is crazy to see a lot of these other governors and other officials
Yeah.
in other states who have showed their support to just be
Yeah.
like, you know what, at least you guys are trying to do, something
Yeah.
different because, doing nothing has had serious negative impacts
Yeah.
Right.
on San Antonio as one city,
Yeah.
so.
And I mean, it's like, you start thinking like, have we ever been as close to civil war as we are with this instance?
know.
Because it's crazy, it all starts with one issue,
Yeah.
like now, of course, the OG Civil War was kind of a big issue, slavery was, well, I mean, there were other factors, and whatnot, but I mean, slavery was the driver, right? States' right to determine all that. So,
Yep.
But when it comes to this, it's like starting over some razor wire.
Right.
And I think the president has found himself he's in a lose-lose situation.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because here's the thing, okay? You got two options, right? Either you say, like screw Texas and he federalizes the troops and enforces them out of the way. Well, shit. I mean, you got people from not only in this country, but also you got people around the world who are like, we stand with Texas,
Right.
And like they're gonna see that as tyrannical, right? As like
Exactly.
a dictator taking over state, like the estate guard. So that's a lose if you do that. But then also, if you just say, you know what, we're gonna negotiate, or it's not worth the fuss. You guys keep the razor wire. We're not going to take it any further, right?
Yeah.
Well, then by your own side, you're seen as weak.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you gave in. So it's like
I don't think they really fucking care though. That
they don't.
administration doesn't.
I mean, no, we're just
Again,
we're in a bit of a. They're in a bit of a pickle.
I think,
Yeah.
I think the
A
most
Dave's hot pickle right there.
Yeah.
It's a Dave's hot pickle. I think probably the most realistic, action, and the thing that sucks is just because of how political everything is now about just trying to worry about getting reelected and trying to make sure people are in the positions that they want them to be in. Is, they probably won't make a decision until that starts to get closer to November, and then it's, hey, what do we think will get the most public approval?
Right.
Well,
If
that's what summer's for, baby. All them riots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fuck. I
Riot
can't-
season.
dude, I'm trying.
Shit's gonna
I'm trying to
fucking
get a new
pop
fucking
off,
ice maker,
man.
dude.
Yeah, dude,
shit's
it's
gonna pop off this summer, man.
Every summer.
dude.
Every summer of an election.
Dude, yeah. If
year.
you think people right now at the border are fucking tense,
Yeah.
wait until it's about 100 degrees.
Yeah.
and everybody's pissed and hot as shit, and then all of a sudden that razor wire starts looking real fucking nice.
And one thing that pissed me off, and I'm sure a lot of fucking people off, is that Biden administration had the freaking balls to, pretty much give Texas, two options. Put them in that situation. Like threaten them in a way.
It's like,
It's
do you
like,
know who the fuck
are
you're
you
messing
serious?
with?
Out of all the fucking states,
Yeah.
out of 50 fucking states, you
Go
choose
back
Texas.
to the Republic, baby.
You might be able to try that with Utah.
Utah, or I don't know.
No, dude, and it's like you have so much pride in this state
Yeah.
for people that are just like, what, fuck it all.
Dude, I've been here for 2 years, or almost 3 years now. But it's like, dude, I feel like I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
That's it, dude.
Does feel
You're
like
Yeah,
home.
it just
You're
it
home,
just
baby.
it does something to you, you know.
Yeah. Like when I think about vacations now,
Yeah.
like I think about places I want to go to in Texas. But when I was in Wisconsin, I was like, okay, where am I going to outside of Wisconsin?
Yeah.
But here it's like, dude, there's just so much.
Dude,
Dude, that's
yeah,
just
you wanna
because
go- yeah,
that-
let's
that's
go to
just
Big
because you
Bend,
can't. You can drive a whole day, you still be in here. Dude.
Yeah.
That's why you're like, I don't got the gas to get out of the state.
I know. It's, you know,
That's
one of the things I would love to do again, you know, fucking Texas being fucking 100 years wide is I want to go down to the McDonald's Observatory. It's out in West Texas.
Okay.
It
Do they have
is
Big Macs and stuff, dude.
no, but it's a huge observatory, and they have it. It's like super far away from any city, so it is certified dark sky. You can
It's
go,
over there by like Big Bend, right?
Fuck, I don't know. It's further than that, dude. It's like way out in West Texas.
El Paso.
Not that far.
Oh.
You're a little too far. Anyways, but it's like it's way super far. It's way away from everybody, so that way there is no light pollution from any cities, and people will go and you can like get tickets, and then they'll do like their viewing parties. I think they're called like star parties. So it's like when there's like no clouds, no moon out, and it's like they'll have the huge cannon up faced, and you get to
shit.
see all kinds of solars. You mean
Have you ever seen this the night sky with no light pollution?
at the farm?
Yeah.
At the farm, it's if you sit out there and you wait, because again we are 35 minutes from the nearest town. It's like if you wait and the moon is not up, dude, you can see the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's insane.
Crazy.
I know that's like when I was in college, I took an astronomy class and we went up to Mount Lassen up there in Northern California. And that's what we did. It was my first time ever seeing the Milky Way, dude. And I just remember standing there and just being like in awe. I'm just like, holy
like,
It's
shit.
fucking nuts. Yeah.
All this has been up there this entire time. And then just because I live in,
Oh, yeah,
in
well,
Southern
that's
California,
right.
Like I can't see
You
this
can't
shit,
see
you know?
it, yeah.
Like, I'm lucky if I'm like, where's the Big Dipper? Oh,
Damn.
there it is tonight. It's like,
Yeah.
but like being up there, I was like, oh my god, this is what the Milky Way looks like. Just like cloud, it's like
Yeah.
a dust cloud. And then we had like the big telescopes, but it was like satellite control, like $12,000. You just like type in a code for whatever you want to look at. It's like, oh, let's try we're gonna find the Andromeda galaxy. And I just remember seeing like the galaxies through that thing, and you actually see the spirals. And
fucking
you can go
cool.
and see the actual like rings of Saturn. And I'm like, oh,
It's like to
shit.
physically actually see it with your own eyes
Yeah.
is like
not just a picture.
fuck. It's crazy because I saw Saturn and Jupiter at the farm one time, and I was just like,
Ass is so uncomfortable right now.
When are we gonna get some new chairs, dude?
I don't know, dude.
let's go this weekend.
This weekend?
Dude, this weekend let's
We'll
go.
let's go to Home Goods.
At IKEA.
At home? Is that what y'all said?
At Home Goods, IKEA. Dude, let's make a boys trip to IKEA. Go get
Dude,
some Swedish
there-
meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But at home has a bar.
at home.
Is it at home or is
Oh,
it
no,
that's
no.
living spaces.
living
Yeah.
living spaces?
Yeah, and then whatever you pay at the bar, you take that receipt and they subtract it from whatever you buy.
No
That's
shit.
You
where
about to get
Brittany
fucking
and I-
blasted and
No,
get a fucking
ser-
dresser for free.
me and Brandon, that's where we got like our couch, and we went there, and they're like, oh, you guys want to go to like, while we're looking and waiting and stuff, they're like, if you want to go have a drink, like whatever you pay, just keep your receipt, and if you guys buy like the couch, you just show them the receipt at the checkout, and they'll subtract whatever you spent at the bar from the couch. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it, we're like, I'll take a beer, I'll take a pizza. I mean, they had Harry Potter on, so like I'm in my element.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? And we're just like the kids. Oh, now they at the one here, they also have like a kids zone open where you can drop your fucking kids off and then go shopping. But I'm going to drop my kids off and then go to the bar. It's a date night, baby.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
free. That's free.
Then you go fucking fuck around on the couches and the
I'll just
beds.
Go buy like a fucking. I'll just go buy like a lamp or some shit, and I get everything for free.
You gotta be like, listen, can I break this couch in? What's
Yeah.
what's y'all's policy on trying these suckers? Honey, you need to take them pants off. Can you imagine if all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you mind if I try this? Yeah, sure. And all of a sudden you just start just pounding away.
Oh yeah.
I don't like this one. It's too firm. It's way too firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need something a little softer for my knees.
Yeah. I got bad knees right here, man.
Yeah, I got carpal tunnel. Not that I'm on my knees.
Have
a
y'all
lot,
heard
you
of
know what I'm
those
saying?
sex socks?
What?
Have you heard of the sex socks?
Oh, they got like grips on the
They got
bottom?
the grips on the bottom, dude.
For if you got tile floors,
Yeah.
we got carpet, so I don't lose my footing.
Yeah, you know what's weird is like I don't think I have had sex with socks on.
No,
Believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
I don't know, dude. I just like.
There's a lot of things.
I work-
Is it one of those things? Yeah.
I don't
It's like
know.
the denim, like the jean thing.
They say it.
That's a real thing.
They say it makes everything a lot better. But
With socks on?
That's an urban legend.
is it? You
Yeah,
said
just
you
like,
haven't tried
just
it
like,
though.
Just like ghosts and big,
It's like
and big penises.
Yeah, just
But-
like average 5 inches, like legend.
See,
Average. Damn.
That's a myth.
I'd be lucky, dude.
That's damn. That's
Dude,
average.
Like a Bon Jovi.
Not everybody's that blessed.
Hey, listen. Like Bon Jovi once said, "Whoa, I'm halfway there."
That's what someone used to always tell me. She said, "Man, she said I want you to give me 6 inches and make it hurt." So I fucked her twice and hit her in the face.
Oh man, I think it's interesting how we started off this segment talking about the border crisis, moved into seeing the stars, and then ended with sex at living spaces and fucking penis
It's the
sizes.
American dream, dude.
It's the world and fucking
That's what this
2024.
pod is all about, baby.
That's right.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Dude, it is like your first college girlfriend. You have no clue what you're going to get from it, but you're probably not going to like it.
Oh shit.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't go to college, so I don't know.
Oh shit. Shit.
She's like, it's just a rash from the underwear.
Ew.
She must have gone to Texas Tech.
Yeah. Is that the SCD capital
That's what
of?
they say, dude. The rate of rash, dude.
Oh, okay. Damn, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Rate of rash.
Like, hopefully, Patrick Mahomes dodged it, dude.
Yeah, that's where he went, right?
Yeah, dude.
He's with what's her name?
Brittany Mahomes.
Brittany Mahomes.
They've
yeah.
been together since like middle school or some shit.
Yeah, man. It's like some of their pictures. I'm just like,
She's weird.
dude, they seem happy, so I won't.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
That is like, who am I to fucking judge this guy's about to fucking win another Super Bowl? Like,
I hope not, but fuck, that'd be annoying, dude.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. But
yeah, come back
Hey.
next week for that one.
Drink of the day.
yeah, so
It's that. Is it that pot of the time?
it's
It
that
is.
pods of the times,
What are you drinking? Angel.
dude. I got
'Cause you got the big boy.
so this
It's
is
a nice one, dude.
this is my fuck. Where should I start? Because I have a long history with this distillery. It's called Ranger Creek Distillery, but actually, fun fact, they are a brewery as well. They are Ranger Creek Brewery and Distillery. I think they were the first in Texas to have both a distilling and a brewing business in the same building. I think before maybe 2019 or 2020 they weren't allowed to do that, and they actually were the people that pushed for it to get passed, and it fucking passed. Freaking Greg Abbott signed it, stamped it, good to go, and they freaking opened up. So if you go to their brewery or distillery, they fucking distill and brew both under the same roof.
They got the Greg Abbott signature on it, dude.
Yeah.
Little,
But it's-
little tire mark.
But it's really good. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Yeah, there's a signature.
Thank you, dude.
A little
Yeah, it just rolled right across it. I approve it.
approved. No, but this one, we went to this place. It was one of the first places we went to when we visit San Antonio in 2019. And I fucking loved it, dude. I bought like a few bottles and I brought it back, and I was so obsessed with it. I drink it every night in Wisconsin. Like, dude, it's so fucking good. And then we came back in 2020 or 2021. No, 2020. And I bought another one, but the other bottle was a Blue Line edition. And basically all the proceeds went to law enforcement foundation or something. So of course I had to buy that one. It was super expensive fucking bottle, but I was like, you know what? $80 going to this foundation.
That's
I'll
cool.
take it. Yeah. And the cool thing about it too is it's small batch for the most part. So I mean, fucking, I don't know. It's really good. This one is the 36 Texas bourbon. It's a straight bourbon whiskey. And if you don't know what 36 is, it's a caliber, 36 caliber. And I believe I researched this later. It's not like I fucking know this off the dome piece, but it's
You had me fooled.
it's a 1850. It's a Colt 1851 revolver. And I looked at a picture of it, and it's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, I believe you just knew it off the top of your head. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't have to be like I had to research it.
I don't know that shit.
You can move the cue cards.
Yeah. But it's really good, man. It's one of my favorites because it's very flavorful. And as you can, I don't know if you can see the color. I know y'all can, but it's nice and caramely. Lots of flavor. I tried it with a couple ice cubes earlier, and it just diluted it too much. So I took them out.
Just give yourself a little finger.
Yeah, just a little. Put it on the gums.
Ooh,
It's all good, dude.
that's it, baby.
Makes you feel good. But highly recommend.
Get your pee-pee hard.
What do you got, Nick?
Well, I've been saving these ones for a while. I had a 6-pack. I drank them a while ago, and so I had to save 2 more for this pod. But it's a stout. I like stouts. It's that time of year. You know, we're still in winter. And this is from the Texas Beer Company. Okay. Brewed. Where's this brewed in? Where's the Texas Beer Company? Does anybody know? Somebody help me out here. I'm trying to
It's
read.
like, I don't know.
Texas Beer Company in Taylor,
Taylor's.
Texas.
Freaking down Tyler.
Yeah, Taylor. But this is called the King Crackle Stout. King Crackle, and it's pretty good. You know, 7.5. That's solid for a stout. You know, it's like, you know, some stouts are like more like the 6 range.
Okay.
You know, just for like a smooth one. And then, you know, Imperials will get up there starting in like the mid to high 8s. So I feel like this is a good midpoint.
Oh,
Because it has just enough bite to make you feel like maybe it's Imperial,
damn.
but also it has all the smoothness of just like one of those, like, you know, like 6.0s.
Shit.
So it's nice and smooth. Super tasty.
King.
Looks like motor oil, which is, if you're having a stout and
You
it
got to
doesn't
run your
look
body
like
on something.
motor oil, I mean, it's not a stout, you know. So, and when I poured it in, you know, it has some good head.
Ooh,
Got to have good head.
always.
And also, you know, I thought the can was cool. I like the name, the King Crackle. Now, for y'all who see in California, we didn't have these crackles, and so if you don't know what a crackle is, just come out here.
You'll see them.
All you gotta do is go to HEB right about sundown, and those motherfuckers are everywhere. Like, they be all over the trees and the power lines. Like, the power lines during the day, you know, are like this.
Yeah.
And then once all the crackles get on there, it's dipping.
Yeah.
You know, like the semis, it's got like a low clearance, and
Yeah.
they might have to go around.
Don't park your car under those trees either.
No,
'cause-
actually, Brittany did that one time at a HEB. she like totally parked the car right. It was like, she's like, I thought I had a good spot. Well,
Fuck.
it was fucking full of bird shit. Like,
Yeah.
she brought it home, and I was like, what the hell happened to the car?
just
Dude,
all these
just-
birds
oh,
just diarrhea all over it.
Basically, dude, like, you know, you get like, you know, several droppings. You're like, oh no, I got bird shit. Like, this is like, you count probably
Yeah.
like 80 to 100
You're gonna
droppings.
You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
repaint
pretty
the
bad.
shit.
Yeah, but the thing about these crackles is the sounds that they make, and I'm not going to try to, you know, impersonate them, but they're terrible.
They are
And they're
creepy.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid of birds, but you get enough of these guys, and I'm just like, fucking stay away. You know? They're not big.
Yeah.
They're not like a crow or nothing.
They just
but
travel in forest, dude.
They
Yeah.
just travel in at least 10,000 at once.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, like, dude, when I first moved here and I heard one of those, I was at a HEB parking lot and I'm like, I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
What the hell is that thing?
Dude, they're all government cameras.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. Shit. It sounds more terrifying than I promise.
That and cicadas. I never heard
Oh,
cicadas
yeah,
before.
Yeah, he was like, when he first moved here, he was like, what is that sound? I was
Yeah.
like, "It's fucking Texas, dude. That's what it sounds
That's
like.
just the lullabies at night.
I went on a little hike at I don't remember the name of the park, but I went on a little hike there, and it was before Alyssa moved out here, and it's just me. I had my threw in my fucking headphones, and I'm just, on a weekend, and all of a sudden I just hear this loud fucking noise, and I'm like, oh shit, and I took them out, and I look, and like you can't see them,
Yeah.
and I'm just like fucking start like speed walking through this fucking forest looking thing park, and I get out, and my dude, what the and I googled it, and
Yeah.
sure shit, yeah, I looked.
Dude, at our house, because we have all like oak trees and that like, forest, the tree area in the back, you hear like when it comes, spring, especially summertime, it's just like you hear them nonstop all days. And they're so freaking loud.
Yeah.
And then like you said, you never see them, but then all of a sudden I go out the next morning, or something, or I'm taking the trash, and it's like you just see the little casings, because they like shed their exoskeletons, right? So you see and they ain't small, like they'll be like
They get big.
that big.
Yeah, they get pretty fucking
They'll just
big.
be chilling on like the side of the house. Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah, disgusting, dude. And then it's like when they shed and just like
Yeah.
just the exoskeletons are left on there. It's like fucking get out of here.
yeah, even that I'm just like, I know it's just that like there's no bug in there, but I'm still like, get the broom. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not touching that
Yeah,
shit.
you
dude.
just hear like
Yeah, it just crumples. Or like Zeus will be like,
what is this?
like Zeus, go get it.
But, yeah,
Hey, what are
man.
you drinking, Matt?
Yeah, what do you got over there?
Dude, just a bunch of fucking sucker straight H2O, dude.
Nice, man.
Yeah, no.
How's it
Finishing up,
going?
huh?
I know.
Same
Oh
strong?
yeah.
Yeah.
January?
Try January.
That's it, dude, in my amazing GMC ATF cup.
Hell yeah.
Or AT4. Yeah, man. Just fucking being a super cool kid.
You look like you lost weight.
I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. It's around here, dude. Trust me.
But yeah, man. What else is going on in this fucking crazy fucking world?
Dude, what else is the news?
Yeah.
What else is the cool shit?
Yeah, what do y'all have going on
Yeah,
this weekend?
what's going
Anything
on?
crazy?
Yeah,
no,
tell us.
I don't think so. I think this upcoming weekend, we got Maverick this weekend, so probably just gonna be looking to be big chilling.
Hell yeah.
Not really sure. I know I got another work weekend sometime in February coming up down at the farm. I hope
Okay.
hope it's not this weekend.
Oh.
I don't think so. Because I feel like I would have had more of a heads up. But
Are we invited?
oh my gosh, dude,
Can we help?
I will let you know. I would love for y'all to help, but it's like to stay out there.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to stay.
Well, I mean,
unless-
it's not that far. I can drive down and just drive back. Just
Yeah,
like a
I
one
mean,
day
if-
go out there and work and just help.
Yeah. So we just
If,
got.
I'm gonna enjoy the luxuries of this farm someday with y'all, I would like to at least lend a helping hand.
No, I got you. I just got to figure out if we're going to get some more road base brought down because we need to spread more road base, and then I think the next aspect is we're talking about because where the old pavilion thing was, we knocked it down. So I think that they're talking about we're going to get all that area cleared and maybe railroad tie that shit
Okay.
and make that the designated kind of camping area because it's pretty flat.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that way, it's like if people want to come down, it's like my parents, they're gonna bring their fucking camper.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like, bitch, it's us and 3 dogs.
And it's right there. It's right close to
Yeah,
the
it's
camper
right there. It's
and
right next to
everything.
and then we
rather
got
than
water
being
and everything else out
far
there.
away.
But it'll be cool.
good.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, the last couple times we've been out there because we always bring our guns out there because we always normally shoot. But man, fuck, last like 5 times we've been out there, we haven't even done
Had
any
time.
shooting. It's just as soon as we get there, first step of being out there is you gotta get fucking firewood.
Oh.
So it's like as soon as we get there, it's like, okay, offload, get the dogs out, offload all the girls, everything else, and then me and us 3 just hop in my truck, head down there and just load the bed up with any bits of wood that we can find. And we bring it back, cut it all
Which
up.
there's a lot.
Dude,
I mean,
there's tons of trees out there, and over time,
and it's good wood. It's good wood.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
wood.
dude. Yeah, so I would like to do a camping
That's
week.
what she said.
I'd like to do a camping weekend out there sometime if you guys are not
Yeah, yeah.
opposed to sleeping in a tent.
Dude, I thought it was so
That's-
cool how y'all had like mesquite trees just like
Yeah, everywhere.
everywhere.
man.
And I was like,
And thorns everywhere. Fucking sucks.
damn.
Dude, I would love to do some camping. Because
yeah.
I enjoyed doing it when I was a kid with my dad. You know, And
I
I'd
just
love to
don't
do it
know
with,
how.
like,
I just don't know
bringing
how
the
everybody
kids.
is with tent camping.
I'd probably take, yeah.
I mean, like
a
bringing the
blow-up mattress
kids
or
will
something to put
probably.
in there?
Yeah. And with
Yeah,
one
I
on the
don't know.
way, if we do camping, I mean, we'll probably bring like an air mattress just for the pregnant lady.
Yeah.
So that she is
Probably do a-
comfortable.
Yeah. No, I
Probably
got
do
you.
like one of those small little RV things.
I know.
maybe
I
like
know.
a
My dad
pole,
was
dude.
like, "You just got to get your own pull behind." I was
Yeah,
like, yeah.
like one of
I
those.
can just fucking find one.
Yeah.
like
Like, hey man, here's
the issue
you
is
got anything for $400?
Yeah, it's like the issue. The issue isn't finding one. I can find one. The issue is fucking paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I would love to have like one of those the ones that like pop up. You like
Oh,
pull it,
yeah.
but it's like only like this high when you're pulling
Then you
it,
got
and
the
then
pop-outs,
you
yeah.
pop it up and everything. Like
Yeah.
like for me, I know like we've talked about getting a trailer someday. That's like a dream. We don't got the fucking money for it right now, but
Yeah.
like her Brittany's parents are getting a trailer.
Okay.
And I think Brittany said they're picking up tomorrow or something like that. Like
Nice.
Wednesday,
Nice.
But and it's like it's a nice one,
Yeah.
because that's their plan now. Now that we're here, Brooke and Tyler are out in Tennessee, it's like just
Yeah.
drive out. Mark got his diesel. He got a Silverado, with
Nice.
with the diesel engine, and so he plans to, they're just gonna get a trailer and come out and do all that shit. We actually need to find out where Alyssa's parents stay
Yeah.
around here because they want some good trailer parks for them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like they're doing that. So we always thought about, oh man, it'd be nice to have like a trailer someday.
Yeah.
But Brittany wants something like that where it's like you have like the shower and like the little kitchen, which is cool,
Right.
But like I just grew up with like tent camping and like you bring a little propane stove or you cook something over the fire, But Brittany likes that. I'd be totally fine with just one of the pop-ups.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
I'd
the
like
budget.
I like a one I can pull like with a truck or something because Alyssa's parents have a really nice.
gotta get that
it looks
truck
like
first.
it looks like a coach almost. I don't know if that's like the
Oh yeah.
Or if it's a RV?
it's a no shit, fucking
Yeah.
Class A trailer, Class A fucking motorhome.
yeah it's really nice. So we'd like to like and they usually like in the summer, not in the winter because they have to winterize it when they store it. So they usually in the summer they'll take off. In the springtime they'll take off for like a few months and they'll just like travel all around the U.S. and so they're actually going to be doing that this year in March or so, or I don't remember, but yeah, I think it's March, and they are going out east, going down towards Florida, and then coming back, and they're going to meet us here in Texas in April, I believe, somewhere around there. But
April 17th or something.
it'd be cool. Yeah, my birthday. Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe. But we're probably gonna meet them out at the on the coast because they got a nice spot out there. But I was thinking like if we get like a nice one that we can pull and like we can meet them anywhere, like that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was talking to my parents about the one that they have, and they were like, "Well, we may go down there, and if you and Rachel are going to go down the following weekend, then maybe we'll just leave it down there for y'all." And I was like, "Fuck, yes, that's what we need." So just let me know when y'all leave it down there, and we'll be there promptly.
But yeah, man, I love that shit.
Yeah.
But
Times.
good times, man. I think that is all we have for today, man.
That'll be it, boys.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel, man. Again, it helps us out a lot, and maybe it'll help us get new chairs because my
Dude,
ass
man,
is
yeah.
numb.
Dude,
Can't feel
I'm
it.
trying to avoid this. I'm trying to avoid this hemorrhoid, and you can help
I got some cream in the bathroom if you need some.
as long as you apply it.
Hey. Anyways, man, hey, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week. Cheers,
Cheers.
boys.
Cheers.